Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Firstly, let me introduce myself. My name is Diah Ayu Thyrta, SADJOKO. You can call me Diah or Ayu. I was born in Pekanbaru, 26 April 2004. This year, I turned 18 years old. I used to study at 10 State High School, Pekanbaru, and I was graduate in there. And just now I continue my study at Islamic State University, Malang, and my major is chemistry. I don't know why I end up in Islamic State University, Malang, because I used to register in Brawijaya, but I got rejected. So in second change, I registered in UNESA Surabaya and UIN Malang. And here I am living in Mahat, and that means I got accepted in Win Malang. I think it's my fate. To be honest, I never take an Islamic school before. This is my first time, so I'm a little bit surprised what happened here because the activity is very Islamic. It's like when I wake up in the morning, I have to do subuh prayer and then continue with tadarus Al-Quran and then tasbih, and in midday I have to do Arabic lesson, which is I never learned that before. The Arabic lesson here called PKPBA, in the night we have to do Ta'lim Quran and Ta'lim Afkar. The activity is very Islamic, not like I often do in my. The activity is very Islamic, not like I often do when I'm in state school since elementary school. But it's not bad. But it's not bad. I can learn about my religion, and I met a lot of kind people who can teach me a lot of lesson. I hope everything I take in here can useful to my future. My hobby is watching movies and drama all the time. It's not like watching movies and drama is a bad habit and activity because I learn language from there. I'm also a full-time fan girl of my favorite group, so I don't have any time to unnecessary things because my day is full of do my homework, my laprak, watching movies, and streaming my idol MVs and fan cam. I have one younger brother which has a big age gap difference. Me and my brother have a 14 years old age difference, and that makes my brother now is only 4 years old. And now I wanna start my resume and my summary about environmental pollution. Look up. The clouds you see in the sky, the wind that is moving the trees or the flag in our schoolyard, even the sunshine we feel on our face, these are all a result of Earth's atmosphere. Earth's atmosphere stretches from the surface of the planet up to as far as 10,000 kilometers above. After that, the atmosphere blends into space. Not all scientists agree where the actual upper boundary of the atmosphere is, but they can agree that the bulk of the atmosphere is located close to Earth's surface, to a distance of around 8 to 15 kilometers or 5 to 9 miles. While oxygen is necessary for most life on Earth, the majority of Earth's atmosphere is not oxygen. Earth's atmosphere is composed about 78% nitrogen, 21% oxygen, and 0.9% argon, and 0.1% other gases. Trace amounts of carbon dioxide, methane, water vapor, and neon are some of the other gases that make up the remaining 0.1%. The atmosphere consists of 4 layers. These layers differ in terms of temperature and air pressure due to difference in solar absorption. This layer is very important for humans. The first layer is the stratosphere. Stratosphere is the Earth protective layer from ozone molecules, which is formed when oxygen molecules interact with ultraviolet light. This layer blocks most of the ultraviolet radiation from entering the Earth environment. The second layer is the stratosphere. Stratosphere is the layer where we can live clean. The air in stratosphere contains mostly nitrogen and oxygen, and a little xenon, carbon oxide, neon, and air. The greenhouse effect is a phenomenon where the sun's heat is trapped by the Earth's atmosphere. This can cause global warming. Acid rain is very corrosive and acidic, which has a negative impact on living things and can cause death. There's another 3 layers of atmosphere. They are called mesosphere. Mesosphere is the top of stratosphere, which reaches as far as 85 kilometers or 53 miles above Earth's surface. Temperatures decrease in the mesosphere with altitude. In fact, the coldest temperatures in the atmosphere are near the top of the mesosphere, about -90 Celsius or 130 Fahrenheit. The atmosphere is thin here, but still thick enough so that meteors will burn up as they pass through the mesosphere, creating what we see as shooting stars. The upper boundary of the mesosphere is called mesopause. The second layer is the thermosphere. The thermosphere is located above the mesopause and reaches out to around 600 kilometers. Not much is known about the thermosphere except the temperatures increase with altitude. Solar radiation makes the upper regions of the thermosphere very hot, as the temperature as high as 2000 Celsius. The uppermost layer that blends with that considered to be outer space is exosphere. The pull of Earth's gravity is so small here that molecules of gas escape into outer space. A greenhouse gas is called that because it absorbs infrared radiation from the sun in the form of heat, which is circulated in the atmosphere and eventually lost to space. Greenhouse gases also increase the rate at which the atmosphere can absorb short-wave radiation from the sun, but this has a much weaker effect on global temperatures. In descending order, the gases that contribute most to the Earth's greenhouse effect are water vapor, or H2O, carbon dioxide, CO2, nitrous oxide, N2O, methane, CH4, and ozone or O3. In terms of the amount of heat these gases can absorb and re-radiate, known as their global warming potential or GWP. CH4 is 23 times more effective and N2O is 296 times more effective than CO2. Not all the greenhouse gas that we emit to the atmosphere remains there indefinitely. For example, the amount of CO2 in the atmosphere and the amount of CO2 dissolved in surface waters of the ocean stay in equilibrium because the air and water mix well at the sea surface. When we add more CO2 to the atmosphere, a proportion of it dissolves into the oceans. That's all. Thank you so much. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. What about the video, guys? By watching the video earlier, we understand about the layers of the atmosphere on Earth, and that will make us better protect our Earth from damage that can happen anytime. So that's all about my explanation summary about environmental pollutions. That's all that I can explain. Thank you for your attention. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.